Thank you for staying with us. Now, this one is one that you should pay attention to. This morning on Tech, we have Confident Staveley. Now, she's a cyber tech expert, and today we're doing something quite interesting. She's an ethical hacker also. Ethical one, I must say, with over a decade worth of experience. Now, this morning we have quite a very, very interesting topic that we're going to be treating. Cyber safety for seniors, protecting the elderly from financial exploitation. Hello, Cecilia, good morning.
Hi, Mike. Good morning. And it's so good to see you this morning.
Yep. How are you doing?
I'm great, in high spirits. How are you too?
All right, I'm good. Now, we know that the seniors or the elderly are about the most vulnerable when it comes to being exploited financially. They are very, very susceptible. So what are the measures that we can take or they can take to protect themselves from exploitation financially?
Thank you very much, Mike. As a person who literally started the Noble for MAGA campaign because of this, my mother was a victim of cybercrime, and that's why I started this whole movement. So I know firsthand what it is like. Yeah, what it is like managing. So that's my why, actually. I know firsthand what it is like. And it was a big slap on my face when this thing happened. And I literally was determined that I didn't want this. I wanted to take the front row seat to ensure that less and less people year by year get to fall for these scams or be victimized by cyber criminals in any way. So one of the first things I did, of course, I'm going to be speaking from my experience also.
Okay, good.
Managing
Wonderful.
my mom is, yes, it's basically education. So one of the key things you must do as a younger person around people in their 40s and 50s or their 60s and 70s is to ensure that they know, I would say 50s actually, because 40s is still very much in touch with technology. So the thing is, these people, unlike us, they do not get, they're not technology natives like we are. So we have to educate them around the things that are prevalent, that are happening these days in the cyberspace and what they must do to protect themselves. So that knowledge of saying, okay, when you give them that knowledge around what's happening in the world with technology, you begin to raise their awareness and begin to help them have healthy skepticism for interactions that they have online. So that healthy skepticism you help them develop is what's going to get them to say, oh, I received this. Is this okay for me to click on? I received that. This person called me. Is it okay for me to do that? So that healthy skepticism is what you must build as a younger person around older people that are using technology actively. Secondly, it's commonplace for people that are elderly to now have Facebook pages, WhatsApp pages, using banking apps and things like that. It's important that they turn on second level of verification or two-step verification, what I would usually call two-factor authentication. So if their passwords are very easy, because again, with these older people, they usually would have one password they use everywhere, which is a very big risk. And that password is very likely something that is not great to have as a password, something like your birthday, a common word they use, which are all things that are easily guessable. So it's important that you help protect them by helping them turn on two-factor authentication everywhere possible. On their WhatsApp, turn on two-factor. On their Facebook, turn on two-factor. And educate them also around issues with banking, what their responsibility is with banking and staying safe by using banking applications and all the things all the modern apps available for them to use. So it's important that they're educated and they know that these things are happening. Yeah.
Okay, so education, the first one. The second one, of course, is helping them turn two-factor authentication on. Now, we know there's something that's quite peculiar to some seniors. A lot of them are actually very skeptical and don't tend to want to bank or do things online. But we know that a lot of things are moving online. For the ones who are, who are afraid, I must say, of technology or going online, of course, apart from educating them and letting them know that this is the future, is there any way, some of them also give their passwords or to maybe their children and all of that to, to manage for them and all of that. For those who are afraid, is there anything that you can do to, to make them calm, to let them calm down and not, so that they don't get so scared of technology?
So we calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the first thing I would say is for those ones, installing a good antivirus with them will be very helpful. because it can put their mind, it can put their minds to rest, especially around the risks that are available via email to clicking links that are harmful. If they have a good antivirus, the antivirus will most likely warn them around their interaction with a particular link not being safe, and then they can go back to safety.
Okay.
So that's one. Two, you can make them feel more comfortable by bringing banking closer to them and a person to verify things. So, for example, I would say ensure that your mother or your father or your egbon or your sister, your aunties, and all of those kind of people know the account officers' phone numbers and have it on their phones. So, if there's any issue, they can quickly call them. I think that really helps put their minds at ease and know that, okay, if there's any issue, I can quickly call this person. If I'm unsure about something I've already just done, I can quickly call this person. And like I said, the antivirus would also help because currently there are links being shared on social media like WhatsApp and Facebook that are used to actually compromise people's devices, and elderly are also really falling for this. So when they receive a link and saying, "Oh, do you remember me from back in the day?" They are very excited to connect with their oldies, and they just click the links, and then someone else has backdoor access to their devices, and from there on is a steep hill. So an antivirus is really a great route to go to ensure that they at least have something that warns them when they are taking actions that are harmful.
I like what you said, because I know that there are some banking apps that give you automatically they already have the number of your account officer. So we're saying that if that number is not there, if it's not accessible, then they should go to their bank and ask for their account officer's number, so that in case of anything, they can always ensure that they call their account officer. Right?
Exactly. Exactly. And from personal experience, again, with what happened with my mom, she was literally getting those debit alerts already. Her saving grace was just that. She was just able to just call her bank, and then there was a block put on her account, and then they started all the things that needed to be done to help her. So, but that number on your phone or somewhere that can easily be reached is very important for recovery, especially.
Thank you.
And generally also, even for everyone listening, make sure that you know what to do if your bank account is hacked. It's really great to do that, because the first response you take will determine whether or not you recover fast from the cyber attack.
Wow, wonderful. There's still so much to learn about this, but thank you so much, Sisi Neda. I hope a lot of people have been able to take something from this. We'll definitely make this video available on YouTube for people to ensure that they take these steps for their fathers, mothers, and of course the elderly amongst them. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, Sisi Neda.